Does it matter that they were going as tourists rather than going as astronauts?
It depends on your perspective. So going into space as a tourist is something that is becoming more accessible. It's still very, very expensive, but there are more and more people who have the means to do it. The price is coming down. Being able to go into space and see that perspective of the Earth is really important. And I think having people like Katy Perry, people with that public profile who have lots and lots of followers on social media, for her to be able to experience that and give that perspective to her followers, who will, most of them will never be able to afford it and have the experience themselves. But that perspective is really important, seeing the Earth as, you know, a precious planet, something that we need to look after. And it was the blue marble picture of the Earth from space for the first time back in the 1960s that galvanised the environmental movement. So that perspective really can, every astronaut that's been up says it's that image, seeing the Earth as a whole, really shifts your perspective and changes your view on the human race and how we need to look after our world.
It's interesting you say that, because some people have been quite critical of burning fuel and the environmental impact of something like this, even if it does shine a light on the wonderful world we live in.
Absolutely. The environmental impact of spaceflight is an increasing problem. We have many more spacecraft launching, not just for humans like this, but also taking satellites into space. There are now thousands of satellites in orbit, and there are plans to launch many hundreds of thousands more. And each of those launches, yes, releases chemicals into the atmosphere that wouldn't ordinarily be there. And the long-term consequences on that for the climate, we don't yet know. There are people modelling it, but it's difficult to predict because we don't know how big the space sector is going to get. And in the same way that aviation once upon a time was really small and only the purview of the people who had the means to afford it, now it's commonplace. You can fly to Paris for £20 or whatever. So many people do it, it's causing much more of an environmental impact. And as the space sector expands, both in terms of commercial spaceflight, in terms of the satellite launches, the same sort of effects are being noticed and being thought about and being modelled by environmental scientists.